Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the United Regional Chambers Update. Appreciate you joining us here on AACS. Try to bring on some interesting guests and different programs that are happening in the area. Today, I'm very pleased to bring with us Kim Canova. Kim and her husband, Tony, are the proprietors of the Colonel Blackington Inn and Mac and Waltz. But Kim and Tony came to a group of us with a really interesting idea that started over in Italy. And I'm not even going to try and explain it because this is Kim's specialty right now. Amongst the two restaurants and the kids that she's got to take care of, she's a very busy woman. So I'm glad that she took the time to join with us today. So Kim Canova, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us, we have started this little program, and I'm very pleased to be part of it, called Feed It Forward. And tell us all about Feed It Forward, Kim.
So the idea is, here we are, restaurants that have pulled through the pandemic, and it's because of our community that supported us, and we're here because of the members of our community, and we kind of want to do something to give back and strengthen our community. I saw it on a program. Stanley Tucci did this Visiting Italy program, and in Naples, it's ingrained in their culture. They always, or if you can, they pay it forward and they suspend a meal that you could go and pick up later, or a cup of coffee. So I thought we could bring that to Attleboro if patrons were willing to donate $1 or $2 to they're already dining with us, add $1 or $2 if they could, at several locations, and at the end of the month, divide that money across either the food pantry or the Food and Friends program in Attleboro. That we're going to do at the Blackington, we're dividing between the Hebron Food Pantry and the Food and Friends program through the Attleboro Interfaith Collaborative. I know in Norton at Mac and Waltz, they're going to do the local Norton Food Pantry and also the Food and Friends because they support Norton.
Yeah, Lisa Piscatelli, who is with the Interfaith Collaborative, they operate, I think it's 4 food banks in the Attleboro area, in Norton and in North Attleboro as well. And she's partnered with us to help guide us a little bit. But this all originated with Kim and Tony, and it's such a fabulous idea. You know, food insecurity is a major problem. It has been way before the pandemic came. The pandemic just kind of emphasized it a little bit more. And for these restaurant owners who have been struggling with staff issues, with trying to get people through the door, this is their idea. And we're just kind of the sidekick here, jumping on. We've able to put some meetings together. But Kim, tell us a little bit more about why they do this.
So someone commented on Facebook, why don't people just directly donate to the food pantry? Of course you can. But if you're already going out to eat and you see the logo, Feed It Forward, you can just a small amount. If everyone just gave a small amount, $1 here, you know, it could really add up. We have 6 participating restaurants now. I'm hoping that will grow. And that's a steady stream of income for these programs that they'll receive each month instead of, around the holidays, people give. But I think you forget, on the other months that they're there and they still need help throughout the entire year. Families need food the entire year. So it was just an idea that would help support these programs and hoping that people would just donate a little bit here and there and it would all add up, strengthen numbers.
Because when you add $1, $2, $5 to your bill, do you really notice it? And one of the things that we've found is that the money is going to be donated so the food banks can buy food at the Boston Food Bank, where their dollar goes 10 times what you and I could spend at Shaw's or Stop and Shop or someplace like that. Kim, what are the other restaurants that have jumped on board right up front? And again, we're going to work on getting some others involved. Yeah, obviously, it's Colonel Blackington.
Yep, Colonel Blackington and Mac and Waltz. Those are our 2. And then my father-in-law's restaurant, Canova's. Chubb's Barbecue. Amy, I reached out to her first, actually. So she was the first one I pulled in. And she said, no problem. John at Morin's, too. I reached out to him and he said, sign me up. And then I'm not sure who pulled Shane in at the Burgundian, but he's also participating. I think maybe Jeff reached out to him. Jeff McGee through the SWAT mission, or Jack, maybe you did, I don't know, but Shane's part of it too, the Burgundian. So those are the core, and we're hoping to add more.
Yes, and you have to give these restaurant owners an awful lot of credit. Okay, they've struggled over the last 15, 18 months, yet they've banded together. We all know in business that it's competition. One restaurant could be competition to the other, but these folks have come together to work together to help our communities, and they deserve huge kudos for that. And we're hoping that this continues. I know that Kim would like to see this as a regular part of our society moving forward, never stopping this and always trying to help the underprivileged or the folks that are struggling a little bit right now to put food on the table for their families. Kim, what are some of the other ways that folks can help us besides donating when you're coming to your restaurant or some of the others?
We have a Facebook page, so maybe just liking our Facebook page, growing the numbers of the people that are learning about the program. Anything. I mean, volunteering at the local pantry or food donations, of course. Except I don't know exactly but they have great websites. Both Hebron Food Pantry and the Interfaith Collaborative have awesome websites, and they kind of tell you how you can help and upcoming events that they might be having.
And I do have to give a shout out to Jeff McGahee. Okay. Jeff, for those folks who haven't seen it yet, started the Greater Attleboro Small Business SWAT team. And he's helped us. He's publicizing this for us. Jeff I had him on the show a couple of weeks ago talking about how we're going to support all the small businesses and the restaurants in the area. And he's jumped on board to help us with some of the connections that he's already made through some of the restaurants that he has featured during his SWAT weeks. They pick a different restaurant or a business once a week. And so far, everybody that's been involved has had rave reviews. I know, Kim, that you have had them both, I think, at Mac and Waltz and Colonel Blackington.
Yeah, it was so awesome. It was such an awesome idea. And having him as a resource to be able to reach out to businesses that he's worked with and have been highlighted on the SWAT mission, it's huge. It's huge.
It really is. And, Jeff was a big part of the Attleboro Farmers Market. And, I know he's got a very busy schedule because he works for CVS Health too, but he's really put a lot of time and effort into that SWAT team. And it's worked out really, really well for all of the restaurants that he has highlighted. And actually, the town of Rentham and the town of Seekonk have basically duplicated what he did. He guided them to get that program going. So he's another big supporter of the Feed It Forward. And as a Chamber of Commerce, we're going to encourage our members, as well as members of the general community, to go to these restaurants, especially the restaurants that have decided to jump on the program with us. And as Kim said, we're working on some of the other restaurants and small businesses in the area. And if you are a business owner or a restaurant owner and you'd like to jump on board, please reach out to me, reach out to Kim, go to the Feed It Forward page. We'd love to have you as part of this, because the more hands that we have to help, the less of an issue that it will be as we move forward. Is there anything, any specials or anything coming out right now? I know that we're just kind of in the infancy stages of this Feed It Forward program. Is there anything that you think we can do a little bit better?
I mean, it's so new. We're just kind of working out the kinks on our end, how to just make sure we get the word out and get customers to participate and get the servers trained so they know how to answer the questions about it. So we're running, and we've already collected, I think, close to $140 over the weekend. We were closed the last couple of days. So, and I'm just hoping that continues. And we're able to, just strengthen the program. So when people see the Feed It Forward logo, they're just like, oh, I know here I can donate $1 here. Maybe if I'm at Chubb's the next week, I can donate $1 there. And it's similar to the, roll it up at a grocery store or the pharmacy. It's a similar idea where just a small donation goes a long way.
And I do have to mention that, we did try and reach out to some of the big box stores, the chain stores. They can't do that because of corporate. That's why it's all these local small businesses that are supporting their community, because our community has supported them over many years, but especially, during this virus. And we could certainly use as many folks as we can. If you haven't been to the Colonel Blackington Inn, you don't know what you're missing. That's some of the best food in Attleboro. And then when you want to kick back a little bit and do some barbecue, you got to go over there and see Amy at Chubb's. And if you go anywhere near a food truck and you smell the Burgundians waffles from a quarter of a mile away, you got to go, wow, I got to find those guys. We were with Shane yesterday, and he's excited about the program too. John over at Moran's, he was one of the first ones to jump on right behind Kim and Amy. So it's slowly working, and we could use your help, the general public. Number one, go to these restaurants, help them survive, help them prosper. Donate $1, donate $2, donate $5, whatever it is. But also recommend a restaurant or a store that you go to on a regular basis, and we'd be glad to reach out to them to see if they'd be interested in being part of the program. I know that the Sun Chronicle is going to probably come back. If those of you who noticed, Kim was on the front page, I guess a week or so ago, just talking about this. And we've got them going to publicize it a little bit more so we can get more and more of the public involved. But if there's any other way that you, as the general public, would like to be involved or would like to donate, please reach out to one of us, because we're here to help feed all of the local folk that are having a little bit of trouble right now. So, Kim, I know I put you on the spot a little bit with a couple of these questions. I'm not a super good interviewer. We're just trying to do some updates. But this is a very, very important program. And I think everybody in the city could participate if they choose to. And on the other end of that, if you're in need, if you need some help, reach out to the Attleboro Area Interfaith Collaborative, to Lisa Piscatelli. She will tell you where and when stock is available. And there's no questions asked. There's no embarrassment involved. Reach out and they'll be glad to help you, as will us here at the Chamber. And I know Kim and Tony over at the Colonel Blackington, Mac and Waltz, over at Canova's as well. Amy, Shane, John, all of us. We're just here to try and help the public and help folks who are a little bit in need. Kim, is there anything final that you'd like to ask folks?
Well, I was on the Food and Friends website recently just to kind of make sure I knew they're not only are they providing meals, but they're also providing school lunches for kids at no cost in the local area. They're feeding so many people and all ages. It's wonderful. And I used to work with Michelle Birch. We'd always do a food drive, like a canned food drive over the holidays. And she gave me a tour of the Hebron Food Pantry. And that is also amazing. It's just, both organizations are amazing.
We have been to see almost like the manufacturing line, how they do this so well. They have it down to such a system, and they've got such great volunteers that you can go there and get any help that you need. And plus, there's so many students that don't get to have lunch now because the schools were closed. I know they're starting to open again, but summertime is coming. And in summertime, the parents have to work. The kids still need to be fed. And this is one of the things that Hebron does and through the Interfaith Collaborative. So, folks, we're asking for your help. We truly appreciate anybody who could come and patronize these restaurants, but also donate to food. Yeah, here we go. I'm all tongue-tied again. Feed It Forward program. Sorry about that, Kim. Thank you once again for coming on the show. I know it's just a quick few minutes, but big shout out to Dave and all the folks at AACS who have the patience to work with me on these shows. And they play it quite a few times for us, which we truly appreciate. But again, we're here to help. Kim, Tony at Colonel Blackington, thank you very, very much for bringing the idea to us and also giving us a little push to make us move it forward. So thank you, Kim. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. And folks, hope everybody dried out from the lousy weekend that we just had. It looks like some beautiful weather, so get out there and enjoy the patio at the Colonel Blackington Inn. Join some outdoor dining at some of these places. But we'd love to see you out there. I hope to see you at one of the local restaurants. Again, Jack Lang from the United Regional Chamber. Thanks for joining us today.